Yo, what is up guys? This is Pedro here, and in today's video we have a very important injury update for the Washington football team and the Philadelphia Eagles Week 17 matchup. We got updates on Antonio Gibson, Alex Smith, and Terry McLaurin, and some of the players on the Philadelphia Eagles. So if you guys are new, subscribe for Washington and NFL content. So let's get right into it. Almost to 4,000 subscribers, so make sure you guys subscribe. Okay, so first we'll start off with the Washington football team injury report, and it might look concerning. It's not as bad as it looks. So Antonio Gibson did not practice today with the toe injury. Same thing with Alex Smith with his calf injury. Wide receiver Terry McLaurin was out with an ankle injury. Wes Schweitzer with a hip injury. Thomas Davis with a knee injury. And then Jonathan Allen did not practice, but it was non-injury related. And then Kevin Pierre-Louis was limited with an ankle injury. And then Tim Settle was limited with a shoulder injury. But here's why it's not as bad as it looks. This was planned that Alex Smith wouldn't, practice today. He was looking good, earlier today when he was doing some stretches. Let me read something from Michael Phillips. He said, official designation for Alex Smith is DNP, which is did not play. Did not practice. Don't read too much into that. He was out there stretching and doing individual work and continues to be involved with the game planning. So that's good news right there. I think it's more of a rest day, and I think tomorrow or maybe Friday is they're going to give him that one. I think it's more likely going to be tomorrow. They're going to let him practice, see how he feels on Friday, and let him fully recover for that game on Sunday. And then Gibson, I think it's a similar thing. I think it's more of a rest thing because Gibson did have a lot of work in that first half. Didn't get as much in the second half, but I think they don't want to re-aggravate, and I think he's going to be good for this game. Terry was doing some individual work on the sideline. He was in a boot earlier last week. So I am more concerned with Terry than I am with Gibson and Alex Smith. I still do think both of those guys will play, especially Antonio Gibson. We'll see about Terry McLaurin. I wouldn't count on it, but Ron Rivera said tomorrow they'll get a better sense of it. So we'll see with that. And then Kevin Pierre-Louis, limited with an ankle injury. It would help us out a ton if we could get him back for this week. He was limited all of last week, limited today, so hopefully he fully practices one of these days and is able to play, because that would be a solid boost. And same thing with Tim Settle. Hopefully he is good to go for this game. Let me read some more notes from today. This is what Alex Smith said on playing last week. I felt really close. Certainly I got a lot in on Friday, and that was my mindset all week, was just trying to be open and honest with everybody in the decision-making process. Yeah, really close, right on the doorstep of it. So he almost played last week, and I think if last week against the Panthers was the last game of the season, if that was week 17, I think he would have played. So I think the combination of this being week 17 and him getting a full extra week of, rest and, I think he's going to be able to play in this game, and I think he's going to be close to fully healthy at the very least. So we'll see about that. And then in terms of Gibson, this kind of proves that he is good to go, and today was kind of more of like a rest day, especially, with his toe injury. They don't want to give him too much work before the game. Scott Turner says, Antonio Gibson can handle a heavier workload this week. Sounds like the offensive coordinator wanted to give him plenty of touches against Carolina, but felt Washington fell behind. Well, I'm not going to talk too much about that. I think we got away from the running game a little bit too early. I think Gibson, was doing really well, had 9 carries for 67 yards in the first half, and they only gave him 1 carry in that second half. So it really, really needs to change this week, especially against the Eagles, especially if Alex Smith is not, fully healthy, if he's still playing. And the same thing goes for Taylor Heinicke, if he's playing. And this is like the Eagles injury report. They don't have an official, injury report out yet, but Fletcher Cox wasn't out there today. Deshaun Jackson wasn't out there today. And Jordan Mailata, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, their left tackle that's actually been pretty solid, he wasn't there today for them, and Derek Barnett was a spectator. Those are a bunch of their really good players. Fletcher Cox, they were leading against the Cowboys 14-3, and then once he got hurt, they got just absolutely demolished in the run game and in the pass game because, of his pressure. Deshaun Jackson, I don't know if he's going to be able to play. I think he left last week early because of an injury. And then if Jordan Mailata is out this week, that's a huge boost to us because we know Chase Young and Montez Sweat are absolutely going to eat this game, especially since they have a bunch of injuries at that offensive line position. Lane Johnson isn't going to be there this week, so they're probably less healthy than they were week 1, even though they had a bunch of injuries then. The only guy that wasn't there then that's probably going to play this week is Miles Sanders and maybe Deshaun Jackson, but it doesn't look like he's going to play this week for the Eagles. And again, that would be huge. If we have Alex Smith in this game, regardless if Terry plays or not, I somewhat like our chances. We'll talk about that a little bit more in the preview tomorrow. Going to be interesting to see how these, injuries progress, if Alex Smith practices tomorrow or not. Same thing with Terry. If we don't get practicing at all this week, then we know he's not going to play. But you never know with Terry, the kind of guy he is. He's going to want to get it out for us. And we'll see about that. And then Wes Schweitzer, not too big of a deal right there. He didn't practice or was limited all of last week, and he still ended up playing with the same hip injury. So he's going to be good to go for this week, in my opinion. Guys I would be concerned with are the top 3, but I do think Gibson and Alex Smith are trending towards playing. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please smash that like button. Subscribe if you guys are new and turn on those post notifications so you never miss a video. And stay tuned tomorrow for my Week 17 preview of the Washington football team versus the Philadelphia Eagles game. Peace.